Well, welcome and thank you for making the time to join us today. And today I wanted to share with you an experience that I had this past week. I already shared it with Bob, so he gets to see it again. Um, in yoga, we always talk about the importance of letting go so that we can be in this present moment and really appreciate all that it has to offer. And that's letting go of expectations or judgment of ourselves, all that little voice that keeps talking to us in our head, and the fears and the worries and all those things. And so I was in my sunroom earlier on in this week, and I saw this little creature. Can you see it?
Oh,
And
Oh,
he was,
baby.
he or she was nestled on the side of my sunroom in the debris, the bricks and stuff that we have like kind of gathered on the side of our house. And you can see if you look at it, the size of the brick and the size of his little body.
that's a new baby.
He is brand spanking new.
Yeah.
He's tiny. And I was just out of my skin excited. So I texted Bob right away and said, what do I do? I have a baby here. But what I discovered, and with the help of my friends and the internet, is that mother deers typically abandon well, they don't abandon. They take their fawns and they get them set up in a protected environment and away from where they feel will be harmful. But the deer has no scent. So he's really pretty protected if he's visually not, able to be seen in wherever she has him stashed. And she leaves the baby so that he can be protected because she has a scent and she wants to keep him safe. And I was thinking about this week's class and thinking about, wow, this is Mother Nature's lesson of letting go. Because as a mama, she let go of control of that baby and trusted that Mother Nature would provide the rest and that the higher power would protect this creature until she reunited with him. So I was thinking that we could kind of take example from the mama deer and let go. Let the theme and the kind of intention of today's class be to just let go. Let go of any, so if you can bring your hands to heart center and maybe make that intention with me. Let go of expectations for ourselves. Today is a rainy day. It's kind of cold. Our bodies might not move in the way that we expect them or want them to move. So honor that and let go of whatever it is that you think that your body should do. Let go of judgment, not evaluating yourself against what you did last week or what other people are doing. Just acknowledge the fact that you're going to be present in this moment and enjoy all it has to offer. So if you can start to bring your attention to your breath and really scan your body and start to be mindful of letting go of all those muscle groups that might be holding tension, particularly your shoulders. Let them soften and just kind of melt away from your ears. And scan your face. See if you're scrunching your forehead and try to just bring some softness. Drop your jaw open and closed. And just try to even out your breath. You can drop your arms, your hands to your laps and just relax. Just try to find a soft posture, but a straight spine. So sit as far back in the chair as you feel comfortable in a way that it will support your body today. Making sure that your feet are grounded on the earth. Your knees are at a right angle. So your knees are stacked over your ankles. And just try to even out your breath. And then begin to notice what's going on in your mind. And start to see, recognize those thoughts that might be floating in, and just acknowledge them. And actually think of your mind like a snow globe. And all those thoughts, the snowflakes, have a shaken snow globe, and all those thoughts be the snowflakes as they flutter around in the liquid in the glass. And as you become more mindful of your breath, just watch those thoughts slowly float through that liquid of your mind's eye and settle down and away from your thought. And the only thing that is left is your breath. And let this breath practice carry you through this entire session today. Using your breath to expand your lungs, to cause length in your spine, and to bring oxygen and blood flow throughout your body. And then you can slowly float open your eyes and just reach up with your arms, nice gentle movements, stretching like you're getting out of bed in the morning. Skip, you can grab hold of your wrist, and Janie, just stretch it out. Try to grab, there you go, Janie. And just reach one hand at a time, opening up your side body, and then slowly revolve your wrist, come down to the side, and shake out. And then let's just warm up our neck. Drop your chin to your chest, and just feel the stretch in the back of your neck. And then lift your chin up to the ceiling and stretch out the front of your neck.
Chin up, put your head back, stretch.
And just breathe here and gently bring your chin back to neutral, and then just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. We're just going to start to stretch out the side of our neck. Your neck is kind of like a super highway. All your nerves and blood vessels run through there. So we want to relax it as much as we can so that we can have a lot of range of motion. And here we go. Switch to the other side. And then just drop that right hand out to the side, thumb down. And push that right hand back as you continue to bring that left ear to your left shoulder. And then inhale, lift your chin, raise your thumb. Exhale, thumb down, chin down. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, down. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin towards your armpit. And then slowly bring that hand back. Bring your chin back up. And let's do the right side one more time and use our arm to stretch it a little deeper. So drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Extend your left arm, thumb down.
Thumb down.
There you go. And then just lift your chin and raise your thumb. Chin down, thumb down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more. And down. And then slowly bring your chin back to center and raise your chin to neutral. Now we're going to do some figure eights with our right hand. So if you take your right hand, extend it out to the side, and imagine you have one of those ribbons and you're going to make a big figure eight. So come down, swoop down, up and around. We're getting some range of motion in your shoulder. And Skip, just use your elbow. Imagine your elbow is holding that ribbon. There you go. Try to get the range of motion coming from your shoulder blade.
Figure 8.
There you go. Big, make the figure 8 even bigger, bigger. So you got that ribbon and you're swinging it out. Cross your body. Good, Janie. Lift that elbow, Janie. Lift it as high as you can. There you go. And then just bring it back to your thigh. Shake out. Let's try the other arm. Bring it out to the side and come down first. Swoop across your chest, up, and make your figure 8. Down by your hip, up and down, across the front of your body. You want as much range of motion as you can get in your left shoulder. Try to keep your arms straight with a slight bend in your elbow. Crossing your body, crossing the midline. Great. And then come back to center. Now take both arms out. We're going to do some ballet moves here. We go down and make our figure 8 as we're going out with both hands. So come across and out and cross and out. Cross your arms, just making that figure 8, getting some stretch in the back of our upper body. There you go. And you should feel the rotation in your shoulder blades. And go the other way. Back and down. And back and down. Back and down. Keep going. Last one. And down. Shake them out. And then let's take our arms out to the side. Palms pushing like you're pushing 2 walls away from you. Fingertips up to the ceiling. And then just lift up. Just lift that right arm, elbow. Skip, lift that left elbow. There you go. And down to your shoulders and up. There you go, Janie. Great job. And down. Try to drop your shoulders away from your ears. Let the movement come from your shoulder sockets. There you go. And you're pulling those shoulder blades down your back, hugging your spine as you're doing this, keeping a nice, tall, long spine. Keep those those fingertips pointing to the ceiling and down, and then bring them in, forearms together. Straight arms in front of you like you're pushing the door open, and then out, keeping those fingertips up and in, like kind of an isometric move. Feel your biceps tightening, feel your back broadening, and then open. Inhale in. Exhale out. Use that isometrics like you're pulling something in. And then push out. Shake them out. And let's stretch out our arms. So just extend your right arm forward, grab your fingertips. Just stretch a little bit. You can kind of move your neck around. Feel a full stretch in that upper arm. And then release, and let's try the other side. Stretch. And release. Shake it out.
Arms are in.
Sit back in your chair. Make sure your feet are square on the floor. Knees over ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Take your right hand, grab the back of the chair. Left hand on your right thigh. Inhale, lift tall spine. Exhale, twist your thoracic over to the right. Keeping your feet rooted on the earth. Keeping both sit bones in the chair. Keeping your ears stacked over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips as you twist. Nice long spine. And come back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Let's try the other side. Take your left hand, grab hold of the back of the chair. Right hand on your left thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist from your thoracic. You're not pulling yourself around. You're just using your torso opening up those intercostal muscles that are between your rib cage. And breathe. Feet are ground on the earth. Both sit bones in the chair. And come back to center. And you might want to scoot forward just a little bit, halfway forward in your chair. We're going to do some seated cat-cows. And you take this as deep as you feel comfortable doing today. So you're going to inhale, bring your arms around like you're hugging that big beach ball. Pull your shoulder blades apart. Pull your belly button into your spine like you're trying to kiss the back of the chair. Drop your chin to your chest. And then exhale, open your hands, grab hold of the back of the chair, lift your chest, lift your chin all the way up. Now you can leave your hands on the side of the chair, or you can grab the back of the chair. Get a deep back bend here. Exhale, belly button into spine, chin to chest, fingertips together, pull your shoulder blades apart, suck your belly button into your spine. That's cat pose. Exhale, cow. Lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. Take a few more of these on your breath. And each time you come back, kiss those shoulder blades together.
Back of the chair.
Use your breath, stretch. Pull those shoulder blades back.
Okay, stretch.
Couple more on your own breath. Keep going. Try to get deeper and deeper. Pull those shoulder blades apart. Maybe you just want to leave your hands on your thigh. Whatever feels good for you. Just honor your body where you're at today. Make this be your last one. And then meet me in a neutral spine, sitting up nice and tall, feet rooted on the earth. Take your right hand, leave your left hand on your knee. Take your right hand, extend it out to the side. We're going to do what's called thread the needle. We're going to bring that right hand underneath our left forearm. Drop your shoulder so that your elbow continues to go to the outside of your left thigh. You can leave your left hand on your knee, or you can just bring it back towards your hip. And you just want to stretch out the top part of your shoulder. And your gaze is over to the left. Both feet are on the earth. Both sit bones are in the chair. And you're stretching out the top of your right shoulder, back of your shoulder blade. And then inhale, slowly unwind and come back up. Take a breath. Get set up on the other side. So you have your right hand on your right knee. Extend your left hand out. And then you're going to thread the needle underneath your forearm, dropping that shoulder down. So you can let the elbow cross across your thigh. You can bring that right hand back to your hip, just so long as you're stretching the top part of your shoulder. And your gaze is over to the right. So it's a slight twist and a stretch in your upper back. Breathe here. And then slowly unwind. Shake out. Kind of organically move your shoulders to and fro. Kind of get some fluid movement in your head and your neck. And then bring yourself all the way back in the chair. Sit up nice and tall. And we're going to lift our legs. Use our core. Keep a tall spine. Keep your right foot on the earth. Your right foot on the earth as you lift your left foot. Toe up to the ceiling. Engage your quads. Engage your core. Keeping your alignment. And then down. You can hold on to the chair. Leave your hands in your lap. Whatever feels good to you. Lift the other leg. There you go. Nice. Toe pointed to the ceiling. We're doing some hamstring stretches here. And down, and some core work. So tighten your core. And up with your left foot. Toe pointed to the ceiling. Try to keep that heel and toe in alignment. And then down. and lift. Feel it in your quads and in your core. Keeping a nice tall spine and down. Keep going. And down. 2 more. Lift and down. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Shake out. And let's pump our calves. Ready? Just heel up, heel up, heel up. Like we're marching in place with just our heels. Heel lifted. We're pumping our calves, right? That second heart muscle, getting that blood circulate back to our heart. Keep it going. Keep both sit bones on the chair. Nice long spine. There you go. There you go. Keep it going. Keep it going. Now step it up. Step it up. So if you need to move a little forward in the chair, whatever feels good to you. Yep. And we're building a little heat, a little circulation. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. You got it. You feel it in your hip flexors too, right? Yeah. There you go. There you go. Ah, good. Now take both heels, extend them forward, come to the edge of your chair. Sit up nice and tall. Toes pointed up to the ceiling. Check your alignment. And then begin to hold on to the chair. Begin to hinge forward to get a little bit of a stretch in your calves and your hamstrings. Try not to drop your head. I don't want you falling forward. Keep your head up. There you go. And you should feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Keep your toes pointed in. The more you curl your toe, you push your toes up towards the ceiling, the deeper the stretch. And you're hinging from your hips as you come forward. So you're leading with your chest and you're keeping a nice long upper body spine. And then slowly come up. One more time, ready? Inhale, lift, straight up. Hinge at your hips, straight back. Come on down for a stretch. You should feel it in your hamstrings. They should be saying, good morning. Nice long upper spine. And relax. Slide your feet in. Sit a little bit further back in the chair. Now here's your call. We're going to do seated pigeon, which is going to look like this. So you're going to take your right leg, bend it, take your right ankle over your left thigh. So you can get there a number of different ways. You can start with your feet stretched out. You can cross your right heel, your right ankle over your left shin, and then slide it up, reach down, pull it as you bend that left knee. If that doesn't work for you and your hip flexors are too tight, then just stay here. But keep a nice long spine. We want to see if we can open up those hip flexors. So you want a nice tall spine. Check your alignment. Ears over shoulders. There you go. And keep that left foot in a right angle, that left leg, so that you can see your toes. And you look over your knee. There you go. And just breathe here as best you can. Try to soften your other muscle groups. We have a tendency when one muscle group is tightening to tighten everything else around it. So let go of the tension in your left thigh and in your back and in your neck. Just feel the stretch on your right hip flexor. And you can just gently help it along to stretch deeper. And just breathe here. I think I've shared this with you before, but really for the fascia to release, you have to hold a pose for 3 to 5 minutes, if not longer. So we just have to be patient because the fascia muscle can't relax and stretch unless the fascia, which is that sheath that goes around it, relaxes. Last breath. And then slowly release. You can slide out that left leg and let that right ankle just slide down your shin.
And then let's set up on the other side. So slowly start to bring your left ankle onto your right shin and let that ankle find its way up wherever it needs to be today for you. Make sure you keep that right knee over your right ankle and your nice tall spine. And you're just letting that left knee fall open. And just take some nice gentle breaths here. Scan your body again, let go of tension that you might be holding in the opposite thigh or in your shoulders. Always bringing your breath to those areas to soften them. And you might notice that one side is a little tighter than the other. That's just how our bodies work. So we just be kind and make whatever modifications that we need to adjust to honor our bodies. Making sure that both sit bones are even on the chair. Last breath here. And then slowly start to slide that right foot out. Let that left foot come down. And then open up your feet in a straddle position. So you might need to sit a little further forward on your chair. Nice and tall, nice long spine. And then you might come forward, hinge at your hips, and drop your hands to the mat or to the floor. Or if you have something like an ottoman or a book that you can put on its height level, kind of guide yourself that way. You want a flat back, and you want the stretch. So we're just opening up our lower lumbar spine with a forward fold, a wide leg forward fold. So just let your head hang down if you don't have high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, make sure you just leave your hands on your thighs and just come to a forward fold this way, halfway down. Your call where your body needs to be today. Just breathe in this posture. And then slowly begin to walk your hands over to your right foot. Leaving them inside your right foot, and just feel a stretch in your side body by the top of your glutes, outside of your lumbar spine. And breathe here for a slight twist. And then slowly make your way back to center and continue on over to your left side. The same thing. Keep your hands inside your left foot. Just getting a twist in your lower spine. Head is neutral, cervical spine is relaxed. Back to center. Engage your core, hinge at the hips, come on. Give your head a chance to the blood to flow down. Rebalance all those energy. Now take your right shoulder to your left thigh and for a twist. And come back up. And then your opposite shoulder. So we're kind of twisting in that lumbar spine. You should feel it all the way down there. And a couple of more of these fluidly, back and forth. Keeping your feet planted on the earth. Don't lift your heels or your toes. Use that as you push down through your feet is where you get the strength and the stability. And a couple more. Use your breath. Inhale up, exhale down.
Push your shoulder.
Last one, and then come on back up. Round your back, pull your belly button to your spine. Just hold to your knees gently, And then exhale for a little baby back up. Cat cow here, right? Lift your chin. Same thing we did before with our arms. This time we're just doing it using our spine. Pull your belly button in. Last one. And come to a neutral spine, sit up nice and tall. So now we're going to stir the pot. So we're going to come down with our right shoulder, our left shoulder down, and then come across the front of your body and come up, making a full circle with your trunk. Like you're stirring a big old cauldron with your body. So you're getting a nice rotation in your lumbar spine, opening up your back, opening up your lower body. And then go the other way.
Opposite.
Take your time, use your breath, push through your feet as you're coming around. Keep a nice long spine.
It works.
Last one. And back to neutral. Walk your feet together. And get ready for sun salutations. Ready? We're going to build a little heat. So sit forward in your chair a little bit. Make sure your knees are at least hip width apart. Your feet are rooted on the earth. We're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hinge at your hips. Forward fold. Slide your hands down your shins all the way to the floor between your feet. Reach up with your right hand to your right shoulder and open your shoulder with a slight twist. Come on back down to center. Take your left hand up to your left shoulder and twist. Come on back down to center. Slide your hands up your shins, grab hold of your thighs, push straight up. That's one. Let's go, a couple more. Inhale, arms up, hands to heart center, nice long spine, hinge at your hips, forward fold, all the way down, hands between your feet. Right hand reaches up to your right shoulder, twist, and down. Left hand to left shoulder, twist, and down. Hands up your shins, hands on your thighs, straight back, push all the way up. Breath here. All the way up, Janie, join us. Hands on your thighs, Janie, come all the way up. There you go. Inhale, arms up overhead, hands to heart center, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Hands all the way down. This time, take your right hand and all the way up to the sky and let your gaze follow it. Twist. Bring that hand back between your feet. Take your left hand all the way up. Let your gaze follow it. Bring that hand back between your feet. Slide up your shins. Hands to your thighs. Push all the way up. Good job. Inhale up. Hands to heart center. Building a little heat. Forward fold. All the way down. Hands all the way up. Twist to the right. And down. Inhale all the way up, twist to the left and down. This time, don't come all the way up, come halfway up. Slide up, put your hands on your thigh, just come halfway up, half lift, and then come all the way back down. Again, halfway up. And then straight spine all the way down. This time, come all the way up. Hands on your thighs, push up. All the way straight spine. Last time. Ready? Here we go. Arms up, overhead, hands to heart center. Hinge at the hips, come forward. Drop your hands between your feet. Raise your right hand and twist. And down. Raise your left hand and twist. And down. Halfway lift. Hands to thighs, halfway lift. And down, straight spine. One more halfway lift, straight spine. and down. This time all the way up. All the way up, push up, straight back, arms up, hands to heart center. Shake out. Woo, good job. So now that we got the blood flowing to our brain and we're awake, let's do some brain hugs. Let's pick apples today. We haven't done that in a while, right? So Bob, I don't think you've learned this one, but let's see. Here we go. So reach up with your right hand like you're pulling an apple off the top branch of a tree.
Right.
Pull it down with your fist facing me. And then turn your fist towards yourself. And then extend it out to me. Palm up, and offer me the apple. There you go. Let's do it again. Ready? Grab the apple off the top of the tree. Pull it down. Turn your fist towards your chest. Extend your arm forward. Offer me the apple. Nice. Do it again. Make sure you have it. Grab the apple. Pull it down. Turn it towards your face. Extend it out. Offer me the apple. Okay, great. Let's do the same thing at the other side. Ready? Grab the apple. Pull it down. Turn it towards yourself. Extend it out. Offer me the apple. One more time. Grab the apple, pull it down, turn, extend, offer me the apple. Easy breezy, right? So now let's do the opposite. Let's do the next part of it. Grab the apple, pull it down, don't turn it, extend it out to the side, and drop it in a bucket. So this time, instead of your palm being up, your palm is down. Good. Again, do it again. Reach up, grab the apple, pull it down, hold it there, extend it out to the side, drop it in the bucket. Great. Let's do the other side. Ready? Grab the apple, pull it down, don't turn it, extend it out, drop it in a bucket. Again, grab the apple, pull it down, extend it out, drop it in a bucket. All right, so here comes the challenge, right? We do drop it in the bucket with one hand and extend the apple with the other. So let's do extend the apple with your right hand and drop it in a bucket with your left hand, okay? So let's do it slow. Grab the apples, both hands up, Bob. Grab the apple, pull it down. Right hand is turning in, left hand stays. Then both arms extend out, one to the side, one to the front. One to the front, your right hand to the front. Palm up and open your hands. So one goes extending it to me, one drops in the bucket. One hand palm is up, right palm is up, left palm is down. Ready? Let's try it again. Grab the apple, pull it down, turn your right hand in, extend both arms out, and open your hands. Ready? Let's do it a little faster. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. A little faster yet. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And try to get these hands to open together. Ready? Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Okay. And on my YouTube channel, I have just that apple picking exercise. So if you want to go over that and just work on that, you can. But that gets both sides of your brain working, and you're doing two different things. So you're building more pathways, right? Neural pathways. So that's what we want. We want to keep sharp as we get older. Okay, let's do some stretching. Do you remember how we did Warrior 1 last week? If you sit at the edge of your chair and you walk your right foot out so that your right knee is over your right ankle, and you're going to try, if it's in your practice, to extend that left leg out. So only your left cheek is on the chair, and you're nice and tall. And if this isn't comfortable for you, maybe just leave the back foot bent like this, or even leave it like this. Your call where you need to be, but you want a straight spine, and you want the front knee over the ankle. We don't want any pressure on that back knee. So if you feel that back knee is an owie, and just drop it down to the mat. Okay, your call. So nice and long, and then you're going to raise your outside arm. You're going to hold onto the back of the chair for support, or on the seat of the chair, and you're just going to do a baby back bend. Just reach back and come forward. One more time, reach back and come forward. And take that arm out one more time, up and back and down. And then extend both arms out like a T, and let your gaze be over your right fingers. And take your right elbow to your right thigh. So your forearm to your, not your elbow, I'm sorry, your forearm to your thigh. And then take your left arm and extend it over your head so that your bicep is near your ear. So you're stretching out that side body. So you have a nice long line from the tip of your left foot to the tip of your left toe. And then come back up, grab hold of your thigh, lift that right arm back, and this is called exalted warrior. One more time, take that forearm, your right forearm to your right thigh, your left arm overhead, bicep to ear, for a nice side body stretch. And then we're gonna come up for exalted warrior, bring that left hand to your left thigh, bring the right arm up, gaze up with it, and then come back down, take a break. Bring those feet back to center. Shake out your knees. And remember, if any of this is too much on your knees, that's a lot of stretching in your joints, or you don't feel stable in the chair, then just modify whatever works best for you. So let's set up on the other side. Take your left foot out to the side so only your left cheek is on the chair if you can. Stretch out that back foot if that's in your practice, or just bend that back leg halfway, whatever feels good for you. Keep a straight spine. And then just bring that outside arm up for a baby back bend. Keeping that front knee over your ankle. We're doing big movements here, so be kind to your body. Make sure you're stable. And inhale up. Excuse me. And down. And then extend both arms out to warrior two. So front knee is over your ankle, back knee is straight or bent, whatever feels good to you, right? And then you're gonna bring your left forearm to your left thigh and your right bicep to your ear for a nice long side body stretch. And you're just gonna lean over onto that left thigh so that you can keep your shoulders and your hips facing forward if you can. Good, and then bring that right arm to your right leg and exalt your warrior up with your left hand. Gaze is up with it. And then exhale, bring that forearm to your knee, to your thigh, and your bicep to your ear. There you go, nice long stretch. Try to face me if you can. You want that side body stretch. And come on back up to warrior two. Use your core, extend your arms, let your gaze be over your front arm. And then slowly release. Bring your feet back to center. Sit all the way back in the chair. Just take a minute to let everything settle in. And rest.
Can you hear the crash?
Just breathe here for a second. And you know what's coming next, right? You ready for it? Blast offs. So now you're all settled, right? We're going to see how strong you are. So come a little forward in your chair, wherever you feel comfortable. Again, we're going to lift those hips off the seat. So your call.
You can hold the chair and just lift this way, but you want your nose over your toes and your head up. So you're not leaning forward and you're going to lose your balance. And we're going to come, or you can come all the way up, right? In between each one. Or you can even crisscross and just use the strength of your legs. You decide what's best for you. There's no right way to do this. Honor your body. Make sure you are safe. Make sure you are stable. So get rooted. We did, how many are we going to do today?
2.
No. The highest we did was what, 12?
13.
13? So should we push it and do 14?
No.
Come on. You already did one, Janie, so you can take a break on this one, right? First one. Let's give it a go. And remember, you don't have to keep pace with me. You don't have to do every one of the 14. Do what is in your practice today. Make sure you are stable and strong. If you don't feel strong, then just sit out 1 or 2. Ready? We're going to count back from 14. Here we go. 14. 13. Take your time. Do what works for you. 12. And maybe you do every other one. 11. 10.
No.
Come on, you got this. You got this.
Come on.
9. Good going, Skip. Look at you getting stronger and stronger. Come on. 8. I hear it. Make as much noise as you need. Push through your feet. 7. Push down through your feet. Push your feet. Let the strength come from your legs. Where am I? 6, right? And down. We got this. We're in the home stretch now. Ready? 5. Push through your feet. Push. 4. Come on. And down. We're almost there. 3. Breathe. And down. 2. Come on. We're got just 1 more to go. 2.
Last one.
Not yet. 1 more after this. 1. And down. Here we go. Blast off. And all the way up. Blast off. That was a lot of work. Whew. Take it out. Stay up. Stay standing for a minute. Whew. Take a minute to catch your breath. Make sure you're stable. And move your chair around so that you can grab hold of the side of the chair. We're going to do Tadasana and tree pose before we take our Savasana, which is our final resting pose, which I know you're excited about. So come to your side of your chair. Take a minute to catch your breath. Let your heart settle down a little bit. Use your breath to calm you. Take a minute. Honor your body and root your feet on the earth. So stand up nice and tall as you can. Straight spine. Check that alignment. Make sure your ears are over your shoulders, shoulders over hips. And your right hand is holding the side of your chair. And you are standing parallel to the side of your chair. There you go. And then just lift your toes. And try to even out your weight distribution so that it's even over your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound, and your heels. And then gently drop your toes to the earth. And then pull your vertebrae like a string of pearls all the way straight up, coming through the crown of your head so you're nice and tall. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and tuck your shoulder blades towards your spine so it's really hugging your spine and supporting you. Now be mindful of your chin, right? So you want to pull that chin back slightly so that your ears are over your shoulders, right? And that's your perfect alignment, right? Your most stable posture. And when you feel secure, begin to lift
that outside foot. You could kickstand it and just let the heel come to your ankle.
Kickstand.
Right, the heel of your left foot come to the ankle of your right foot, or whatever your outside foot is. But keep your hips and shoulders facing me, and then just begin to lift that foot if you can. Support yourself by holding onto the chair or the wall or whatever feels good to you. Turning out that lifted foot, keeping your spine long. And then you might want to play around with letting go of the chair. If you feel safe and stable. If not, just honor your body. Hold on to the chair. And then grow your branches. Play around with your tree, your version of tree. Keep your drishti, that's your vision, right? Keep that about 3 feet in front of you on a non-moving object. Nice. And then slowly bring that foot with purpose back to the earth. Don't drop it, just gently bring it down with intention. Shake out your legs. Maybe shift your chair over to the other side so that you can do the same thing on your right side. So again, make sure you root yourself in this posture. Standing nice and tall, check your alignment. Always important to make sure that your ears are over your shoulder and your head's not jutting forward. And then when you're ready, begin to lift that outside foot. Oops. And try to make sure you're not sinking into your standing hip. So you're not letting that hip slink towards the chair. You're pulling it in and up. And you're turning that bent knee out. And your gaze is a couple feet in front of you, something that's not moving. Nice. And then play around with your tree. Concentrate, use your breath.
I can't let go.
Lift out of your hips. And then slowly release that foot to the earth. Let's just do one down dog. Grab hold of the back of your chair. Face your chair. And slowly walk your feet back. Extend, push your hip, your tailbone back. And let your head come between your biceps in a nice forward fold. And this is your version of down dog. Push your hip back. Don't lock your knees. You can have a micro bend in your knees. And then slowly on your inhale, come back up, walk your feet back to your chair. Take a minute. This is your last pose before we go into Shavasana. So one more time, let's gently walk, leave your hands on the back of the chair, walk your feet out, stepping away from the chair, the back of the chair, sinking your hips back and letting your head come between your biceps. Pushing back so you feel a stretch in the back of your glutes, down your hamstrings, into your calves. And just breathe here. And then slowly walk your feet back towards the chair, turn the chair around, and your favorite posture, take a seat in your chair, back against, spine against the back of the chair, and come into Shavasana. Find your comfortable seat, close your eyes, let your feet be flat on the earth, both sit bones even on the chair. Shoulders just falling away from your ears. And for a relaxation exercise today, we're going to start by contraction and release in order to get a full relaxation. So If your eyes are not closed, at least slightly tilt your head down and let your gaze be towards the earth. And start to bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet. And I want you to intentionally curl your toes like you're trying to pick something up with your feet, with your toes. Squeeze them, contract them. And then exhale, release that muscle. And let them fall flat on the earth, feel like they're sinking in quicksand. And then bring your attention to your calves. Squeeze your calves as much as you can. Tighten them as best as you can. And then slowly release them. And then find your way up to your thighs. And you may need to lift your heels in order to do this, but squeeze, try to tighten your thighs, your quads and your hamstrings. Squeeze them tight, squeeze them tight. And if you lift your heels, you're also squeezing your calves, and then release. And then just feel the weight turn into lightness. And then slowly bring your attention to where your body meets the chair, to your glutes. And kind of squeeze and contract your lower abdomen. Tighten those bottom muscles. And then completely relax. And just take a couple of long, comfortable breaths here. And notice how much lighter the bottom half of your body feels compared to your upper body. Just kind of plug in and be aware of the sensations. And now bring your attention to your torso. Contract your abdomen, pull your belly button into your spine, squeeze it like you're wringing out a dish towel. Squeeze, 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 and then release. And then bring your attention to your upper shoulders. Bring them up toward your ears like you're scrunching your shoulders. Squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze, and then completely relax. And let your arms fall outside your hips. And begin to tighten your fists. And make a tight fist so you're tightening your forearms, your biceps, you're squeezing, 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 and then completely relax.
Please.
And then lastly, bring all your attention to your face. Contract your cheeks and your forehead, squeezing like you're making that ugly face. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then relax. And then completely feel this feeling of lightness, of peace, of tranquility. Completely relaxed. All your muscles soft. All the places where your feet and your hips and your body touch the chair, your back. Just feel like you're just melting into the earth, into the chair. And then bring your attention to your mind's eye. What's going on? Are the thoughts still floating around in that snow globe in your mind's eye? And if so, begin to really squeeze those thoughts out by focusing on your breath until every single one of them just float to the bottom of that snow globe. And all that's left is the attention on your breath. And maybe bring forward in your mind that intention of letting go. And let me leave you with a quote from Buddha, who says, "In the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of the things that were not meant for you. So as you leave this practice and take this intention into your daily lives, I invite you to let go of attachments, old experiences, and things that you've been hanging on to so that you can create new memories. To let go of past hurts so you can open your heart to love and forgiveness. To let go of judgment so you can make room for unconditional love. And lastly, to let go of control so you, like the mama deer, can trust that a higher power is at work in our lives, and all will be as they are meant to be. So if you slowly bring your hands to heart center, thumbs to your chest, chin toward your chest. So as always, I thank you and honor you for sharing your practice and your time with me. And I invite you to take that intention out into the world. Namaste.